Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. So they gave me, for pain medicine, they gave me a mixture of opiates, Tylenol, and caffeine. Now, when I first got the prescription, I only took one. It says to take two, no more than two a day, but I took one and it didn't do anything. So today I had a headache and I decided, okay, well, I'll take what it's prescribed as, two a day. Never again. I've never been one into the whole drugs and everything, but what I discovered today was that it's very it left me dizzy and tingly, and I didn't like the feeling. Um, and I just wanted the feeling to go away, but I had no control over it. The dizziness is a little bit still there at this moment, but it's not like it was. The tingliness went away after a couple of hours. I won't be taking the medicine again. I don't want to deal with that again. I didn't like the feeling. I don't know how people do opiates. I don't know how they do heroin and all the rest of the stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. That didn't dizziness and tingliness doesn't feel good to me. Anyways, tomorrow I go have my ANS test to see if there's any potential nerve damage from the concussion. As time progresses and I'm getting more into understanding what's going on, I'm kind of irritated. The ER didn't give me information. They kind of only told me, sorry, I can't stand the light flashing in the lenses. I don't really need them to totally see. They're more for reading and night time because I got astigmatism. They're progressives. Anyways, I digress. So in the ER, they told me that I had a broken nose and a broken tailbone, but they never really gave me any information on it. The information that they did give me was very generic, and it said potential osteoporosis, which I'm assuming they did that because of my age. The truth is, after I got into the regular doctors that I'm seeing and are in charge of my caregiving, I don't have osteoporosis, and all of my vitals are good. My sugar levels are good. So I'm healthy, other than the accident, which I kind of already knew. Anyways, I'm hoping that we find some more stuff out. I'm not happy with the ER because they don't give you the full information. I have come to find out, which I knew this a week or so ago. They told me that I had a concussion. My understanding, maybe technology and knowledge is a little different than the last time I had a concussion when I was younger. I honestly, I thought somebody had to watch you and you had to be woken up every few hours to make sure that nothing was going on. But I guess things have changed. Nobody notified me anything about a concussion. After all of and they did the CT scan of my face and my neck and my pelvic area and lower back. So all the x-rays they did were pretty much from the head all the way down to my upper legs. So I got my ANS test tomorrow, and I'm assuming we should have some knowledge of that shortly thereafter. If so, medications could be changing. But I am not taking opiates again. I did not like the feeling of it. They're out. So, with that said, I was watching some videos and I've been, well, you got a lot of time to think. I will be, before I start, I will be purchasing the equipment that I need so we can be doing the photos on the side of the RV. I should be getting that today or tomorrow. And give me a few days to figure out how to work it. I guess there's two different machines that I can choose from, which is the Cricut Maker, I think it's 4, and then the Silhouette Cameo 4. And the Silhouette Cameo has more options and is more customizable, but it's more on a professional level, so there's a lot of learning to it. Where the Cricut Maker 4 is very user friendly and easy to do, but it doesn't give you all the customizations that you get with the Silhouette. So true to what I've taught my children, I have to go where I'm a little, I have fear, and the Silhouette does give me a bit of fear because I'm kind of technologically challenged. So we're going to get that. Give me a couple, 2 to 3 days to get adjusted to using it and working with it and everything. And then you can start sending me the photos and stuff, and we'll start getting them up on the RV. I will be doing one with the Danny's Ramblings YouTube channel on the back of the RV, along with the picture of my mother and I on the back. And when I get those up and set, I will share pictures with you in the about section or in the community section, and then the description for that video that day. Again, I apologize for the AC. It's hot here in Arizona, like 100 degrees, and even though I've got the temperature here in the RV set for 77, we don't go below 83 because, well, it's really hot here, and being in an RV is like an oven. Anyways, it's all good. But you might hear the RV or the AC, and I hope it doesn't bother you. If it does, well, there's really not much I can do about it. It's so tough to deal with it. So what I wanted to talk to you about today, I was watching some videos, and I've had a lot of time to think, and I've been journaling like a fool and working on the couple of books that I have in the works. And I realized that all of this growth and learning to love myself and find my true authentic self, we live in a society where we want to blame other people for the things that happen to us. Now, there are things that are out of our control. Like, I had no control over the accident that took place. Wrong place, wrong time. Does it suck? Yes. It's still a blessing in disguise in my mind because I'm surviving, and that was my only source of income. I'm healing, and it's given me time to actually find another means to generate some income. So, when I first started with DoorDash back in 2020, right before the pandemic hit, I had vowed to myself that I wouldn't go back to a job. I wouldn't go back to punching a clock or working in an office or anything else. I really loved my freedom that I had to come and go as I pleased, not having to call into a job and feel bad because I was leaving coworkers with extra work because I was sick or whatever. And the added bonus was when my mother got sick, I was still able to work for a period of time while I was up there with her until she became bedridden. Now, where I'm sitting right now, I'm focusing on a few other streams of income, and I will, when I do go back to work, I will be door dashing, not as much, and it will only be supplemental until I get the other things up and going. So the goal this year, 2023, is to make sure that I can generate a few different streams of income so I don't have to do DoorDash unless I need some extra money or some cash now. With that said, being here and doing all the things I'm doing, and I'm really beginning to see how much I've grown. I know that the past 3 years I've done a lot of work on myself. I've dealt with a lot of stuff, and I can tell you that I knew I was growing. I just didn't like see it um, fully. And now that I'm stuck in the situation that I am, which is beyond my control, I'm really seeing how much I've grown. And I'm very proud of myself for it. But the one thing that I started thinking about, I was watching videos on YouTube earlier and journaling, and so I don't have a car, so the medical establishment that I go to that takes care of all of my medical stuff and my therapy and everything else, I mean, it's one thing that takes care of it all, and then they send me out to where I need to go. But it's one central number that I call, and they take care of it. They give me Lyft. So Lyft will pick me up and take me to my appointments and bring me back. So I have means to go. But while I am out there with the Lyft, I chat with the drivers. I ask a lot of questions and whatever else, and, explain that I had my accident and whatever. A lot of nice drivers out there. I will tell you that right now. They're very nice. They're very polite, and they're very friendly. I did get the same driver twice, which was very, very nice. It's kind of nice to have a familiar face. And we got to kind of pick up from the last conversation, so it was really great. I'm kind of moving around a lot, sorry. I'm to the point in my healing where sitting is I can sit for a period of time, but then it gets a little painful and discomfort, so I've got to get up and move. I found that if I'm sitting and I kind of move around a little bit, then I'm okay. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is the people that I've been hurt by. And I shared with you about the last relationship I was in where it was toxic. And this may not be the greatest thoughts or ideas that most people would like to hear or think is normal, but I really don't care. I'm being true to myself so I can be true with you guys. That's the whole purpose of building this soul tribe. So that means I've got to kind of throw myself out here and be vulnerable. So that, and I'm going to use that because I shared that story with you before. If you haven't seen it, go back and see the video. I forget what the name of it was, but I got arrested. Anyways, I started to realize today as I was talking with one of the Lyft drivers, the first one, he was from New York, heavy accent. It was kind of cool talking to him. And watching the videos, and I realized that all of these people that have harmed me or hurt me mentally, emotionally, any of those ways, I realized that there was a lot of hurt and pain from it for years, and then I forgave. I pretty much forgave everybody right after my mother passed. That kind of put a lot of pain and reality kind of sunk in after that, because there really has never been another pain, mental, emotional, spiritual pain as there was when I lost my mother. I left out physical because I'm now dealing with the most worst physical pain I've ever had to deal with in my life, and I will tell you, broken tailbone is way worse than giving birth to a child. And I did both my kids naturally. Anyways, I forgave them, but I kept a mindset of keeping them at arm's length. And I still plan on that, but the one thing that I realized today was if I ever loved any of them or cared about them, I still do. It's different though now. Before, the love and the caring about them was really based off of the relationship that we had together, me and that person. Um, After the hurt and pain, well, that's a different story. Once you forgive them, then you don't have a problem running into them or having a nice, friendly conversation with them, because you know you're never going to step back into that relationship again. They have not changed, and you'll be able to see that immediately. Um, the thing that I learned today, though, and it really feels good, is I still care and love those people. I still care for them, and I do love them. Not enough to allow them back into my life consistently, or to be in a relationship with any of them again, because they haven't grown. And I'm not going to allow myself to go backwards. I've made so much progress going forward that we're not going back for nothing. My future is ahead of me, not behind me. But I got to thinking today, and I thought, you know, the love and the care is there. Not that I want them in my life, or not that I need them in my life, but that I hope and I pray, and I do keep them in my prayers, that essentially they get their head out of their ass and grow themselves. Because most of them are decent people, but like they say, that lovely quote of hurt people hurt people. If you're not addressing your pain from other people, and you're just sucking it up and holding it in, you're gonna hurt other people, potentially the same way that person hurt you. And until they learn how to get past that and deal with that pain and grow and learn to love themselves and find their true authentic self, they're gonna be the same people. And those people cannot be in my life. They're not at my energetic level. And until they get to the energetic level, I can't allow them in my life. I don't want that drama. I don't want that pain. I don't want all that negativity. I'm I'm learning as I'm progressing through all of this that there are so many wonderful, nice people out here. And it made me realize that even though people did me wrong in the past, I'm sure it wasn't on purpose. Maybe it was for some, but that's for them and God to deal with, not me. That's not my job. But majority of them, I'm sure, didn't mean it. The intention wasn't to hurt me, but they did. And because they did, and I came to forgiveness, and maybe some of them have apologized and some of them haven't, it doesn't really matter. The point is until they get to my energetic level of loving themselves and their true authentic self, I can't let them be close to me. Will I acknowledge them and treat them with common courtesy and common decency? Oh, hell yes, I will, because that speaks of me and who I am. That means nothing about any attraction or friendship or any type of relationship with them. That just speaks of me as somebody who can look beyond hurt and pain of others. And I realized that there's a lot of nice people out here. So yesterday I was sitting here in the RV watching YouTube videos and doing some journaling. And I always open, so there's these curtains that go around the front window of the RV, and I usually close them at night, just so you don't have weird peeping toms, because the RV parks are a lot different than mobile homes or anything else. We're a lot closer together, and people walk around because some of the people don't use their showers and stuff, so they'll go to the bathrooms and the showers, or they'll do their laundry or whatever, go get ice from the ice machine. We have access to the pool and the fitness center, so you see a lot of people walking around. So at night I close the curtains. During the day, in the morning when I wake up, my big dog Mira likes to lay on the dashboard and just watch everything. So when we get up in the morning, I take the dogs out. We come back in. While I make my coffee, I open up the one side of the curtains, so the light comes in here. So anyways, I'm sitting here yesterday. The dogs are laying down. Mira and little girl are on the little couch, and Myron's down here on the floor where he always is by me. He can't really climb up on things. He's old and fat. And all of a sudden I heard this knocking and the dogs went nuts. So I got up and nobody was at the door. So I walked out the door and it was my neighbor across from me. Lisa is her name. And I said, "Can I help you?" And she goes, "Oh my God." She goes, "I thought you were gone." And I'm like, "No, I had a car accident. My car got totaled. Why? What's wrong?" She goes, "Well, the electricity is out." She goes, "And I didn't see the dogs in the window like I normally do." She goes, "And I didn't know if they were here." And I thought, "Oh my God, if she's not here and the dogs are in there and the electricity's off, oh my God, that's going to be bad." So she knocked, she saw that the dogs were in here and started walking back to her lot, and was going to call up to the front office and be like, "Hey, you need to call, this person and tell them, get back here. The electricity's out." So I was very appreciative. So we swapped numbers. So if there's any ever issues again, that they can contact me directly and I can get back here. Which I was very appreciative that she came and did it. And it was very nice that she did it. So I got to meet a couple of my neighbors, which was very wonderful. I really need to start being a little bit more social, but healing from the tailbone, I'm really not as social as I should be right now. But it gave me hope that there's people that watch out for us, even if we don't know them. They watch out for us and they care for us. So it got me to thinking about, and then today with journaling and the videos and everything and talking to the Lyft driver, it really made me start to look at, I'm not angry or bitter with any of those people. I still love them and I still care about them, but not to the point that I would allow them back into my life, especially how close in my life I had allowed them before, because they're not leveled up. They don't love themselves and they're not of the true, authentic self. If they're going to keep letting their hurt and pain be bottled up, it's going to explode out. I mean, shake up a can of Coke. If you open that can of Coke, it's going to explode everywhere. That's exactly how pain that you don't deal with, it happens to you. So you swallow it down. You pretend like it's not that big of a deal. You may have done your bitching and your ranting and your raving or whatever, but you swallow it down and don't actually feel it and go through it. Because the truth is, when you have emotions, any strong emotions that you have, you should sit with. They'll go away. And then they won't keep coming back and bothering you. And you won't need to self-medicate with alcohol or drugs or any other type of addiction to get past them, because you have to sit with them. You have to go through it. It's just the way it is. But we're not taught that, and a lot of people are terrified of doing that. I think a lot of it is because they think that if they sit with those feelings, even if it upsets you and enrages you and then starts making you cry, I think a lot of people think that if they deal with those emotions and they sit with them, I think that they think that it's going to break them. But they're already broken. They're broken from the pain, and the longer they hold on to that pain, it's poison. It's something that's making their life crap. And you have to sit with it until it goes away. You may have to sit with it multiple times, but it will go away. And when it does, and you look back over that, something trips your memory or somebody says something, those negative, hurtful feelings don't come back anymore. At that point, you start to think, hey, I hope that person's doing good. I hope that they're growing. I hope that they're getting over the things that had hurt them. And that's when you know that you've made it to your true, authentic self, and you love yourself. That's when you know you've leveled up. So, I just kind of wanted to share some of that with you today. I'm getting ready to head out to grab something to eat and go check out getting the Silhouette Cameo 4. Um, and then I got to get all the, I mean, it comes with a lot of tools and other things, but I still have to get like vinyl and some of the other things. And I'm online. It looks like there's an array of stuff, but I'm gonna go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or one of the places and see what my options are and spend some money I really don't need to be. But in order to start a business and make some money, you got to spend some money. So we're gonna spend some money and get this thing going so we can get the pictures going. I know that I will not be leaving here until at least July, hopefully. We'll know more at the end of this week. But I'm hoping that I don't have to leave, or I can leave in July. And then I will be in Oklahoma for a couple of weeks, and then I'll be in Wisconsin for the family reunion, and I'm really, really wanting to go to the camping trip. There'll be 6 of us girls, so I'm really looking forward to this. So I want to be able to have like some of the pictures and stuff that you send me up on the RV when I leave here in July or August. So start sending me those pictures if you were a caregiver of a family friend or somebody you cared about that you took care of that had cancer, or you took care of them at the end of their life when they were dying from cancer. Send me the caregiver pictures, whether that's you and the person you were taking care of or just you yourself, because this is really a tribute to the caregivers and the sacrifice that you have made in your life. Because once that sacrifice is over, it's really, really difficult to get back into a life. You're really lost. So I want to give accolades to all the caregivers. So start sending those in. Send them into the email, septemberdanny84@gmail.com. I have a folder set up, so it'll go right there, so I know to look at it. I got notifications turned on, so it will notify me. It's in my phone. It's on my laptop. So I will be able to get everything, and we can get these printed out. But give me a couple of days to figure out how to work this stuff. I do have some help, though. My future daughter-in-law, her roommate, does stuff like this, so they kind of know how to work with that stuff. I know that my future daughter-in-law has helped her out with a lot of stuff. So, and my future daughter-in-law is pretty smart. She's more into technology and understanding it than I am. And we always have my sons. So with that said, I hope you have a great day. And I will see you in a day or two. Thanks. Bye. Love ya.